So, we're off. We're off into Murcia. Right, so, Salamat for joining us this afternoon. We're going to cross because that's the way the traffic comes, and you don't want to be walking with the traffic to your back because you just might get knocked down or run over. So you need to see the traffic coming. See what I mean? Right, so we're off. We're off into Murcia. Can't really... So like I said, it's a little bit quiet for a video. So really quiet actually for a video. So whether I upload this video or not, I don't know. Let me look behind me. There's only a car. Right, the car's gone. You have to read the road. Read it on your motorbikes as well. Read the road on your motorbikes. So that's it. I'll tell you what I want to show you actually. I'm going to have a little cross when I get over here. And I'm actually going to cross to the motorbike shop. So it's just a little cross the road to see the motorbike shop. Yeah, you'll see the umbrella. It's not very bright actually, but... Hi guys. So we're actually coming up into Murcia town. Now there is actually an house for sale. We're on Rizal Street. There is actually an house for sale. And I want to show you this house on Rizal Street. It's a really big house. So we're going to cross soon. But it's quiet. It's a quiet afternoon, Friday afternoon. It's round about 2 o'clock. But in about 2 hours time, an hour's time, it's absolutely, you're going to absolutely get a load of traffic coming down this street into Smiles and the neighbouring villages. Down into Mambercal, into Smiles. So you're going to get quite a lot of traffic coming down Rizal Street. So we're going to cross in a moment to the bike shop. And I think some of these bikes, guys, are actually repossessions or trade-ins. And I have actually asked about some of these bikes before. And he gave me a rough idea and he didn't know the price with a lot of the bikes. And that were about 2 months ago, so I didn't buy a bike. So really, I've been looking at an Honda XR 150. But what's put me off with the Honda, Japanese make really good bikes. But what Japan's done is handed the XR 150 to Honda China. And there's some really cheap bikes on that XR 150. Even though it's got cheap parts on it, I'm still considering buying one. Even though they're not very powerful and they're only about 9 or 10 brake horsepower. So there's an house actually on here, guys, on Rizal Street. It's quite a big house. We're actually coming up to it. So I actually want to show you this house. And I know it's for sale because I was chatting to a lady about 6 weeks ago. And she were here actually where this gate was, and we were chatting to her. And she said, this house is for sale. So this house here is on Rizal Street, just before you get into the shops, Murcia town. It's a nice big house, nice big property. I'm sure it's going to be quite expensive. If you like to live in town, absolutely great property. So we're going into Murcia because we need a little bit of cash. But like I said, it's quiet. It's a quiet Friday afternoon. But that's going to change because this Rizal Street gets very busy. And it's one of the main roads what goes straight into Murcia town. You know, it goes into past the market, into the market, to the plaza, and there's actually quite a nice new cafe. So we've been to this cafe now, guys, twice, 3 times, and I'll upload another video because we've had a nice meal there. We've been 3 times up to press. We've had a nice cup of coffee. Quite nice. So yeah, it's quite nice, the new cafe. We're going to show you the new cafe later. We had a lovely cup of coffee there. We've been 3 times, like I said, up to press, been quite nice. Right, so we're here, the Okai shop. Copyright music. So that's the Okai shop. So we're off into Murcia town, guys. Well, we're actually here in Murcia town, but we're going to the cash machine for a little bit of cash. So we need to go and get a little bit of cash. So we need to put some load on the phones. So that's where we're off to now. So as you can see, not very busy at all here on a Friday afternoon. But later you'll see just how busy it gets. And if you look up there, the orange roof, at the top of the screen on the right hand side, that's the new cafe. So like I said, the new cafe has actually got a really nice menu. We're on Rizal Street, guys, and Rizal Street's quite a nice street actually. It runs all the way. This street actually runs all the way from the plaza. You come from Bacolod. When you come into Murcia, you come round the bend at the top of the hill, and this street you take a left up the side of the plaza, and this road, this street, actually takes you all the way through Murcia and all the way to Smiles Village. So Murcia is quite a good town. It's got a good layout, and it's very easy to find things in Murcia town. So if you're coming from Bacolod into Murcia, don't worry guys, it's quite a nice town, and it's easy to park, and it's very easy to find places like the food court. This is the food court, so that's the food court. We do actually go to the food court 3 or 4 times a week. We might miss a week, then we might go for a week, then we might do a few days there. So we're off. We're heading towards the plaza. Actually guys, I don't like doing voiceovers, it's a lot of hard work. And you know, there's always plenty of music playing, so you don't have much choice really. So, do you like a voiceover, or would you just not like a voiceover? Please make a comment. So we're off down here, we're going down past the plaza. We're actually going to the ATM. Now this ATM, it normally has money in it 3 or 4 days a week, and then there might be 3 or 4 days a week where there's no money in it. So we have to just travel out to town a little bit. So we're actually lucky today because it did have a little bit of money in it, and we managed to draw a little bit of money out. Now this is an XR200. It's an old, they're about 20-25 year old now. This is better than any XR 150 because it's Honda. Everything on this bike's Honda. It's not Honda China, so there's no bad parts on this bike. So that's your XR200. That's a lovely little bike if you can find one in really good condition. I'd love to buy one in good condition, but I think maybe they're very expensive and no one wants to sell them because they're just that good really. So like I said guys, I have actually been looking at a 150 XR 150, but because Honda China are making it, that's really put me off the bike. They're not very powerful. No 150 is really powerful unless it's a 2-stroke. The 4-strokes are about 9 brake horsepower, 10 brake horsepower. Not very powerful, but they're absolutely brilliant to run around the Philippines. And what a bike does, whether it's an 100cc, a 125, a 150, 250, 1000cc, it represents freedom. So we got some cash out of the machine, and here we are. This is the new cafe. It's really nice. I had a latte, and actually it was really nice, guys, the latte. I've had 2 or 3 cups of coffee here, and it's got a really nice menu. Because guess what? It's Friday now, and Saturday we went back, and we had a meal here. So it was quite nice actually. So we enjoyed it. I had pork, rice, and it was quite nice, the pork and rice. So it was quite nice, and I had a coffee. I can't remember if I had a chocolate, hot chocolate or a coffee. Quite nice. And the prices in this new cafe, guys, it's competitive. It's a really nice, clean cafe. And the food's quite good. The coffee's nice. It's got nice staff. So we enjoyed it really. So like I said, we do go back Saturday. But you'll have to watch the next video. You'll have to watch the next video. In the next video, I think I actually did do a video. Not a long video, but we did a little video on Saturday. So it does show you the meal what we got. And it's competitive price. So the price is competitive and it's quite nice. It's very clean. I chat to you about this cafe. Actually 3 years ago, I might have already chatted to you about this cafe before. 3 years ago when I first came into Murcia, not into the Philippines, into Murcia. So when I first came into Murcia, back holiday into Murcia 3 years ago, before the COVID-19, I actually left Murcia 2019. And that's when the pandemic was here, COVID-19. Now you'll know there's no COVID now in the Philippines. So there's no COVID. So don't worry about the COVID, there's no COVID. I'll actually chat to you about this cafe. I probably already chatted to you about it anyway. But 3 years ago we were here. About 2 o'clock in the morning, we had a nice cup of coffee, chat to the security guard, and I think it was Thursday. I think we walked past this place Thursday or Friday, and I said, oh, I think we'd just been to Bacolod. I think it was Thursday. So I'd just come back from Bacolod, me and the girlfriend from Bacolod City, Robinson's place. And I spotted this place, this cafe here, and it's open. I saw the cafe's open. And it reminded me about 3 years ago, when I was here 3 years ago. But I'll chat to you that. I'll chat about that in another video. So I'm actually pleased this cafe's back open. It's quite a nice cafe. Come try it out. It's reasonably priced. It's good priced. So it's really good. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So I think we'll definitely be coming again. So we'll probably come here again because I do like this cafe. It's nice and clean. And you can go upstairs as well, guys. And you can watch the world go by. You can watch the traffic, the motorbikes, people crossing the roads. There's always something very funny going off. So you'll always have a laugh because you just sat there and there'll be 4 or 5 people ride past on a motorbike. There's always something entertaining what's going off, you know. There's always something funny and you'll enjoy it here. It's quite nice. So we're actually going across the road in a moment because we're going back across the road to the food court. Yep, I go back across the road here and I have another cup of coffee. So we go up into the food court. But we need to put some load on our phones. So we put 100 pesos on our phones. 100 peso load. So that's what we're doing now. if I can get across the road, I can just manage to squeeze down the side of a jeepney. These jeepneys. Get across the road, and we're going to go and put a load on. So that's what we're doing now, guys. We're going to put a load on. And then we're off up into the covered court. But I've done another video Saturday you'll have to watch. You'll have to watch, guys, if you want to see. So it was quite busy Friday afternoon. It got quite busy. And then come Saturday today. Wow, very busy today. And that's what we did. We come back for a meal. This is where we are now. We're at this shop. And we're going to go and put a load on our phones. CRF. Now, I've been looking at the CRF. And price-wise, it's very expensive. 1,000, it's a 10 brake horsepower bike. It's got 10 brake horsepower. It's got the same horsepower as any 150. It's a 4-stroke. You can't tune it up. You can't do a lot with it. It's about 140,000 pesos, where the XR's about 89, 90,000 pesos. And that's why I'd actually, I mean, it looks a lot nicer, that Honda, but I would say it's not much better. But I've never rode either bikes, I don't know. But price for price, I'd go for the Honda XR, just because it's a lot cheaper. Got the same performance. It's actually got, I do like carburetor, I do like carb bikes, and I actually do like telescopic forks. I'm not into inverted forks. I had them 20 years back, inverted forks. Inverted forks are okay, they look nice, but they look, once you get an oil leak on an inverted fork, all the oil comes out of the front end, where if it's a telescopic, you've still got your oil in there. Even though it's leaking, you've still got some oil in there, so your front end's still working. Anyway, we'll chat about bikes when I buy one. I'm hoping to get tobacco-coloured Monday, Tuesday to have a look for a bike. I don't know what I'm going to buy. I'd like a 250 or a 190 XR. Why a 190 XR? Because it's 15 brake horsepower. And I've got the girlfriend to go on the back of the bike, so I need a little bit of power. That's not powerful, actually. 15 brake horsepower is not very powerful. So, but it's okay. It's okay here in the Philippines.